let's talk about the other quarterback here. I think if we're going to be a little, I don't want to say cruel, but a little bit mean about Daniel Jones, we'll say, we got to go into the other guy too, because Deshaun Watson, guys, used to be like considered one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And we know obviously the backstory. I don't want to get too much into the backstory with him. He's a schmuck. Who's called that? He got traded. He's a Brown now. And guys, he hasn't been the same quarterback since. And I don't know about y'all, but I've watched some Browns tape and stuff since he's been back, obviously, but I haven't watched it as closely as this game because the Giants haven't played the Browns since he's been a Brown. Guys, this was a brutal game for him. And we talked about with some of the defensive players, like some of the good things they've done not showing up on tape. Well, this is another scenario where things didn't show up on tape, and I feel like in the negative way in this case here, Watson just looked bad, guys. Missing guys wide open. His stat line is actually kind of similar to Daniel Jones.
It was worse than Jones. It was worse than Jones.
Kind of similar, though, I'm saying, as far as that, because he had, a little bit less percentage, a little bit less on the yards, and he had the same touchdown interception there. So he's 21 of 37, 196 yards, and 2 touchdowns. If you said first half, it's a whole lot worse. But he made a couple throws later on in the game at that point that kind of brought the guys a little bit closer in stat-wise there. But, yeah, guys, wide open players he's missing. Like, what the hell's going on with him there? That's, to me, absolutely insane. He still had a little leg work going in there. He still was able to run the ball a couple times and made some of our defense players, kind of confused there. Like, Muasau, the rookie linebacker, looked really bad on one of those. But, guys, talk about a fall from grace. A guy used to be one of the most exciting young players in this league. And instead going into this, he's not the same, but to see it.
It's like saying that CJ Stroud, like how great he. Well, granted, it's just comparing Watson.
Don't put that on the Texans. They just dealt with this.
Well, Texas just got a big welcome loss. Talk about the Vikings again, but you talk about like a solid, exciting player that you thought was going to be one of the best upcoming quarterbacks in this league, who is now worse than Daniel Jones. That's a fall from grace. And then
you could make the case that he is potentially, especially now with Andy Dalton taking over for the Panthers now, you can make the case that he could be potentially the worst quarterback in the league now, starting wise. Like that's how far fall from grace it is for him. And again, we talked about in the show, they're gonna have to pay him. We said like he's gonna count like $90 million against the cap or something ridiculous. Like,
oh yeah, well, because what was it, $250 million guaranteed?
Yeah, but it was also a backloaded contract at that point, so they haven't even paid him the big money yet. Is the scary part. So, yeah, his cap number is $72.9 million the next 2 years.
Oh, Jesus,
that's crazy. Like, his cap number, $27 million this year, $19 million last year. So, yeah, guys, if you think the Daniel Jones contract is bad, yeah, that's looking real good in comparison, guys. Looking real good.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please,